This one's going to be interesting. The fan base does not like this man, and I can't figure it out. Well, I know why. It's because they thought he was going to come in because he had an amazing season with Racing, and they thought he was going to be this technical Argentine, center forward who is going to take guys on one-on-one, who's going to be a Lucho Costa. That's what they thought he was going to be, and they clearly didn't watch his tape. Boy, he needs a bounce back season next year. I'm not saying he was amazing for Charlotte, but you can see there's a player in there, in my opinion. It's just not the player that the fan base wants him to be. I'm not going to say he's a Carranza, but he's more of a Carranza than he is a Denny Bouanga, if that makes sense. I think he has great runs into the box. He gets in dangerous spots a lot, and he has extremely underrated hold-up. His hold-up play is up there with Carranza. I think it might be one of the best in the MLS. Very, very, very underrated hold-up play. And he keeps the offense alive a lot, even if that means dropping really deep, getting into the channels. He does keep the ball alive. He keeps the play alive. He keeps possession very well. Runs his butt off every game. Often like last season, he made some really dangerous runs and was overlooked or essentially suffered from poor service. Now, what I will say is that watching him in person, watching him on film, he does, I think this is an adaptation to league type of thing where he does want to draw the foul. That sometimes is his main priority. Sometimes he'll get in the box and he's not confident on a shot and he'll attempt to draw the penalty. He'll go to ground rather than getting the shot off. And I think that screwed him in the beginning because he is a very vocal person. And I think that really set him up in the beginning because refs kind of got tired of it. The fan base loves to call him lazy. That's a straight up misconception. I don't know where anyone got that. This man plays his butt off. He's right there with Bronico as far as just dedication to the game. Maybe they think that him falling and trying to draw a foul is laziness, but he plays his tail off. I don't know where that's a howler take. Not the best shot. He relies on his positioning to score goals more so than he does his clinicality, if that makes sense. He's not going to get off, put anything upper 90 the way maybe if you're a Charlotte fan, Swiderski can. He's kind of the opposite of that. Where Swiderski's positioning is pretty bad, but he can just make some insane plays sometimes. Overall, I think his biggest issue is trying to draw fouls. But I think he has way, way more strengths than he does weaknesses. I can't believe I didn't talk about his heading ability. He's basically a cheat code on corners. He's super accurate con la cabeza. And not just his heading ability, but just his positioning and his physicality. He's always double-teamed. And he's getting fouled a lot. And that creates space for other forwards, right? I think that was Latanzio's vision last year, was to get this guy to kind of play as a decoy at times and get space for Swiderski. I think he's a great player. Now, if people expect him to go score 21 goals next year, that's just not going to happen. I could see 13, 14, and with Swiderski gone, he's probably the penalty taker, so maybe a little more. But his best traits are like Carranza. It's hold-up play. It's keeping the play alive. It's lethality on corners. It's strong fouls. It's creating space for other guys. It's not goals. And if people can understand that, then I think they would realize that he is a good player